Well, good day everyone. Thanks for joining us and I hope you're well. Yeah, it's been about a month now since I've had the simulator modifications done from the structural side of things, and I thought I'd take a couple of minutes just to give you my thoughts on now that I've done that modification, whether I regret it or not. The short answer is no, I don't. It's been a fantastic upgrade and I'm glad that I've done it, and having spent 3 odd years in a fully enclosed simulator, for me personally on my journey, given where I'm taking this channel and also the simulator itself over the journey of the hobby, I'm glad that I've done it. Primarily for a few reasons. First and foremost, removing the cladding on the sides has really opened up the screens. As you can see now, I've got pretty much on the right hand side here a full 55-inch monitor. Always have the impediment on the front because I've got the panel here, as you can see. That'll always stay, and obviously it's the same what you're seeing on the left hand side here behind me. I've got a full 55-inch screen. Up here, whilst you can see that's darkened in, that's just a panel that I've got, and it's only about 700 millimeters wide in that direction there, but it just helps to sort of keep it closed in so that when I'm looking through that direction I don't sort of see outside of the simulator. I think that adds to quite a bit, and certainly I'm glad that I've done it. It serves a dual purpose as well, because as you can see here, I've now moved to a solitary camera, and that camera I've designed and printed, 3D printed a mounting bracket, for want of a better term, set at a certain height that is actually on a swivel. And so that's enabled me to also get rid of the problem of me clouting cameras, which I've mentioned before. As I was exiting the simulator, invariably I would hit a camera. Having the screens opened right up has done a couple of things. Firstly, it's enabled me to get a lot more peripheral vision than what I actually had before. It's certainly a 172, and you can see the pictures of them here. It's quite a small window. And now that I've got it open right up, certainly I guess I've lost some of that 172 pure, one-to-one scale, if you like. But I'm now able to branch out and fly other aircraft that aren't necessarily 172 based. So I'm looking forward to doing some of that as well. The second point is that now I can use the right-hand screen as a primary monitor. And so that's what I now do. You'll notice down here I've got a Stream Deck, obviously for streaming, but a very small little keyboard. In fact, this little desk area here is going to be another little upgrade over time, because I'm going to make this a bit more of a robust desk and a bit more space on it, a bit more height and so on, but that's for another video. But I'm now using this as my primary. And so all of my apps go up here. Now, obviously that's all off camera when you're seeing it on stream and so on, or recordings, but that's where they all go. It's Voicemeeter, OBS, you name it, obviously firing up any of the other peripheral apps that go together with the flight simulator, be it the bridge software for Simeonic or whatever it is. They all get fired up there, and that works really well. It enables me to not having to keep going back and forth to an operator station, which, by the way, served a purpose. And I do want to caveat that over the last few years of having a separate operator station with a fully enclosed simulator, if anyone's contemplating doing that, you're not making a mistake. It's actually very good to do it that way, and it does make you feel more enclosed. So without a doubt, if I was to do the whole hobby again, start from scratch, would I build a fully enclosed one to start with? Absolutely. But I think one tip that I would leave you with is when you're doing your frame, or if you're thinking about it, always try to think about something in the future and what you might modify it to. So for me, luckily, the way that I had the frame designed, I was able to effectively cut down the full shell into a half shell, and it worked really well. So I guess that's it really. I love it. It's fantastic. Oh, the other thing as well is that it keeps me a lot cooler. So you can't see it, it's off camera, but literally just behind here, up on in the ceiling, we've got ducted air conditioning, and so I've got a duct right above me. Now before, I couldn't get the benefit of any of the cooling, and as you guys would appreciate, the TVs can throw out a bit of heat, and you're certainly getting some heat thrown out the PC behind the firewall here, I guess, where it's at the back here. Over time, that starts to heat the room up, even with the air conditioning running. Now having a bit more ventilation and open, it's really adding to it. And there was one more final thing that I also forgot, and that was lighting. Lighting now, again, you can't see it, but I've got a little spotlight over there. I'll probably do another video actually and take you through my entire setup, but I'll do that on a separate one. But I do have now I guess a bit of a key light up here, and so for the purpose of shining a decent light on me when I'm running streams and so on, that's now also happening. As you can see now, the lighting seems to be much better. It's by virtue of the key light that I've got off camera, which is now firing in from behind that right screen there, off the back of it on its own separate stand, firing down onto me. But I'll show you that in a separate video. Anyway, hopefully that was some bit waffly, but I hope it was some use to you. I love what I've done here now. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thanks for coming along with me on the journey. If you've got anything out of this video at all, please hit that like button, hit your subscribe button. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments down below. Even reach out to me on Discord with the link in the description below as well. Look after yourselves. We'll see you soon.